What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never. Today I'm going to be giving an update on HBAR. Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me pump that algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief.
So HBAR is currently trading at a price point of just over 4.5 cents. It has a market cap of 1.5 billion, which ranks 30th among all cryptocurrencies. And its circulating supply is up to 33.4 billion out of a max supply of 50 billion, which is just about 67% in circulation. And then HBAR is currently down 91.91% from its all-time high that it reached back in the 2021 bull market of 57 cents. And if you're looking to invest in HBAR, I recommend using Binance, Coinbase, or KuCoin. I think those are the three easiest centralized exchanges to use. And now we'll get into some HBAR news. So if you come over to their Twitter, which has 308,000 followers. So Hedera just posted 2 hours ago. Missed the Hedera community call in Discord last month? Not to worry. So if you guys are interested in checking out the full replay, they have their YouTube video linked right here. And then they also reposted 2 hours ago the HBAR Bulls interview with the Tachyon CEO. And I'll go ahead and play a little bit of this for you.
When I built Tachyon, I was looking for literally, I wasn't looking to get into crypto to buy tokens. I was looking to get into crypto to use it as an infrastructure to build my platform on, because we are working with some pretty sophisticated entities. And so I looked at them all. I looked at Ethereum. I looked at, of course, you don't look at Bitcoin because it's too expensive, but I looked at IOTA. In fact, I was an advisor to IOTA. And then I met Manson Lehman in 2017, and the light just went off and said, "Oh my God, this is it." And so we waited, and we were very patient about when we were going to do our integration. But there's that aspect, and then I've been very involved in the Hedera community, a little bit in the background, but I've been really helping to fight FUD and really kind of help the community along. And I was on the circuit speaking a lot about Hedera in 2017, 2018 timeframe. So I knew in my heart that as soon as I talked to Lehman and Mance, I was like, okay, these guys have figured it out. There's nothing better on the market.
So that's never a bad thing to see when they say there's nothing better on the market. Whether or not that's true, the reality is that the crypto market right now is heavily driven based on hype and speculation. So anytime there's interviews talking about how HBAR is the greatest thing since sliced bread, all that can possibly do is help HBAR. And then they just reposted Arkea's tweet October 10th. It was great supporting the Learn and Earn initiatives with StackUp HQ and Swirlds Labs. We saw 6,000 plus developers participate, and we're proud to have provided them with a smooth experience when building on Hedera. Increased education equals increased adoption. And that's very true. Most people don't understand anything about crypto. And a lot of the ones that do understand blockchain. They don't actually understand Hashgraph. So it is very important to see Hedera teaching people about their technology. And now we'll go over some overall crypto news. So if you come over to Watcher Guru's Twitter, the first thing I want to go over is what they posted 1 hour ago. Just in, US debt rose by 1.2 billion per hour for the past 19 days. I want you to think about that for a second. As we discussed at the beginning of the video, HBAR has a max supply of 50 billion tokens. That means there will only ever be 50 billion HBAR tokens in circulation. No more than that. And the fact that we just read a tweet that says US debt rose by 1.2 billion per hour, that would mean that in just 2 days, the US debt rose by more dollars than there is HBAR tokens in circulation, or even a max supply for that matter. That is incredible. How on earth anybody is confident in the US dollar, I have no idea. Now, I will say the reality is that value resides where people believe value resides. So until enough people realize that the value of the US dollar is always going to drop, nothing is going to change. So in that regard, the US dollar might continue being relevant. But I genuinely believe we are on the edge of a revolution. When you have digital currencies that have max supplies, who in their right mind would not be interested in that, as they are essentially the ultimate store of value? Obviously, it's Bitcoin that gets all the hype because they only have 21 million, but HBAR still has a capped supply, and so do a lot of other great cryptocurrencies. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is what they posted October 9th. So $4.5 trillion asset manager Fidelity says Bitcoin is the most secure, decentralized, sound digital money compared to any other digital asset. It truly is incredible to see how far crypto has come within a few short years. I genuinely don't think it will be that long before Fidelity, BlackRock, many other large asset managers get their Bitcoin spot ETFs approved. And once they get approved, look out, because that could change everything. I've went on record many different times saying that I believe this could be a catalyst that could potentially start an early bull market. So I highly recommend keeping your eyes on these Bitcoin spot ETFs. And then the last thing I want to show you guys is OpenAI and ChatGPT's Sam Altman says Bitcoin is a super logical and important step on the technology tree.
I'm excited about it for the same reasons. I'm excited about Bitcoin too. But I think this idea that we have a global currency that is outside of the control of any government is a super logical and important step on the tech tree.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, why should the government control currency? I mean, the government should be dealing with all the pressing environmental, social, infrastructure issues, foreign policy issues, economic issues, the things that we need to be governed in order to have a peaceful and prosperous society that's equal and equitable.
Now, obviously, that's not a super in-depth analysis on Bitcoin, but the point is, this was taking place on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he has one of, if not the most popular podcast in the entire world. He has millions of people that watch him every single week. So if they're on there hyping up Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, that is extremely bullish. Now, for the final part of this video, we'll get into a little bit of technical analysis. So this is HBAR on the daily time frame. And as you can see, we had HBAR drawn in a symmetrical triangle, which I said was a neutral pattern, meaning they break up or break down 50% of the time. However, in my last video, I said that I did not like the tweezer tops at all. And because of those, I wouldn't be shocked if it dropped to the downside. And I like to be able to back up what I say. So here's a little clip from my last HBAR video. But at the moment, those tweezer tops really look pretty bad to me right now. But regardless, it broke down. So what are we looking at right now? So the first thing is that HBAR is potentially trading in a double bottom. Typically, that's a fantastic support level. On top of that, the RSI and stochastics are both getting very oversold. And if you look at the Fibonacci, HBAR is currently trading beneath the 786, which is traditionally a fantastic accumulation zone. Now, you could also argue that HBAR is trading in a falling wedge, which break up 68% of the time, and it has a measured move to right at 5 cents. But I will say there also are some bearish indicators on HBAR. The first one being that price action is currently trading beneath all of the moving averages. And on top of that, HBAR is also broken beneath a high volume node on the VRVP. Both of those are usually pretty bearish signs. However, in my eyes, that doesn't necessarily outweigh the positives. So this is a trade that I personally don't mind taking. And a potential scenario is that price action does end up getting a bounce off this double bottom, and it comes up and touches the 21-day moving average, which would be at that 0.049 level. However, let's say Bitcoin crashes and HBAR does drop. I might look for HBAR to come down to that 0.042 level or that 0.04 level, as that was previous support in the past. But as I said, overall, I think HBAR looks pretty good on the daily time frame right now. And I would not fault you at all if you wanted to take this trade. Obviously, that's not financial advice, though. Do what's best for you. Now, for the final part of this video, we'll also go over Bitcoin, as it's correlated to most altcoins. So this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and it seems as though in real time, my analysis from yesterday is playing out perfectly. So previously, I had said price action was trading between two high volume nodes on the VRVP. And usually what will happen is they will come up to one of these high volume nodes as they essentially work as magnets. So I said I wouldn't be shocked if price action either went up to 29,100 or down to 26,600. But due to the overbought RSI and the overbought stochastics, I said I wouldn't be shocked if it was to the downside. And that's pretty much exactly what started to happen. Now, at the current moment, I would look for price action to potentially use the 50-day moving average as support. And if it does break beneath that, maybe price action will come down to about 26,100, as that was another support level in the past. But right now, I would just look for price action to continue flagging out. And as the RSI and stochastics start to reset, you could potentially look for a bounce up all the way up to about 28,900. But as I say in every single one of my videos, it's crucial that you understand macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. So if all of a sudden the BlackRock Bitcoin spot ETF were to get approved, that could skyrocket Bitcoin, HBAR, the entire crypto market. On the contrary, if it gets rejected or some extremely bearish news comes out, that could tank the entire crypto market. So just keep an open mind and understand that the crypto market is extremely volatile. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how high do you guys think HBAR could go next bull run? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.